Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. Today I want to show you a customer's telephone. This is a basketball telephone, and it's by Sport Phone. And basically the customer has said that the phone just doesn't work properly. So let's do this. It's plugged into the line. Let's go ahead and ring it real quick and see what we get. We'll let it ring one more time. Well, that's not right, because when you open the phone, it releases this hook switch here, and it should have not kept ringing that little quarter ring there, and is not activating the line. So yes, there is something wrong with the telephone. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's get into the phone. Try to get this sticker out of here. Let's remove these screws. And we'll get into this telephone, see what we can find. Now, I suspect that there will be some screws under this label here too for the receiver part, but the telephone circuit board should be in this part. And sure enough, here we are. And right off the bat, I see some things I don't like this. These capacitors that stand up off the board. Well, there's a whole bunch of things that are a bunch of components that are loose here. So let's do this. Let's take out these other screws of this board. Looked like it tried to engage, so we're going to unplug it. And let's pull these screws out. A lot of these components feel like they're loose on this board. And some of them you can actually see are loose. So hopefully this will swing down. And this may be difficult to get to because we've got wires hanging off of it. So I'm going to take a quick look here. Might be a little difficult to work on. I just want to see what we're dealing with. I'm not worried too much about that break there. Okay, this electrolytic capacitor is basically broke through a trace right here. So we want to clean this trace up real quick and get that back together again. I hope the video's showing this. Sometimes the lights don't work properly. If you don't get enough light, it won't be clear. So we want to get that back in. I'm going to solder that real quick. We'll make sure our gun is clean. Now there's a couple of things you can do to reinforce these parts. we can put some solder wick. And this is kind of difficult to get to, so I'm not even sure if the video is picking this up. And it is a little difficult to get to, and you may not be able to see that, so I want to make sure that we get these traces soldered well, because it's broke free once and we don't want that to happen again, so we want to get plenty of solder on it. And that's kind of why I keep going back to the same area here. Now you can take some solder wick that you've already sucked up some solder with here, and this is kind of a little trick we use. This will toughen up the solder trace a little and give it some strength, and it won't bend as easy. And it's just a little extra added security. And I want to run a piece over here. You may not be able to see it like we said before because it's kind of difficult to get to. And that will stabilize the component a little better. And this is the area that we're working in. Right in here, where this electrolytic broke free from the board. Now, the ring circuit capacitor has a connection here with another component, but there's no real solder trace here, so that can be loose. That's not going to hurt anything. We may try to stabilize it a little bit, but over here is where I'm a little concerned about. We want to stabilize this solder right there, so we're going to do that right now. Hopefully I can get this done. They don't give you too much time on YouTube, so we kind of got to do this quickly. And we'll cut that off. That stabilized that quite a bit, except for this side. And you know, sometimes people will take a little dab of super glue and put it on the board, scratch up the board here and put a little super glue on there, and that will stabilize it. And you can put some double-sided sticky tape too, but that's pretty good. I don't believe it'll go anywhere. And let's see what we got here. I'm going to check my time real quick. We're about 8.5 minutes into this, so let's plug it in real quick and see what we got. We can ring it. Okay. Well, we have more wrong with it, and I don't have enough time to go through the board. So what we're going to do is we will do a second video on this telephone when we get a chance to look through it a little more. And this is a basketball telephone, and we will certainly work on it a little more and try to get it back together again. And if I find some more things on the board, we'll do some more video on it and get it repaired. But at this point, I don't have enough time to do it on the video. So this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics, with a basketball telephone. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it.